In this podcast episode, Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, shares his journey and insights on the future of Bitcoin, money, and freedom. Saylor's interest in technology and innovation dates back to his childhood, where he was a science fiction fanatic and avid reader. This early exposure to futuristic ideas shaped his mindset and fueled his passion for exploring new trends and advancements. His academic background in aerospace engineering from MIT further honed his analytical skills and critical thinking abilities, laying the foundation for his forward-thinking approach to business and investment. As the CEO of MicroStrategy, Saylor faced a pivotal moment in 2020 during the pandemic crisis and economic uncertainty. With interest rates at zero and traditional investments yielding minimal returns, Saylor recognized the need for a new strategy to preserve and grow the company's capital. This led him to explore alternative assets and opportunities that could provide long-term value and protection against inflation. Saylor's decision to invest in Bitcoin was a bold and unconventional move that set MicroStrategy apart from other public companies. In August 2020, MicroStrategy became the first public company to allocate a significant portion of its treasury reserves to Bitcoin, starting with a $250 million investment. Despite initial concerns about volatility and skepticism from shareholders, Saylor remained steadfast in his belief in Bitcoin's potential as a digital asset and store of value. The company's strategic shift towards Bitcoin proved to be a game changer, with MicroStrategy's stock price soaring and its market capitalization increasing exponentially. Saylor's unwavering commitment to Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset paid off handsomely, with the company's investment growing to over $7.5 billion in just a few years. This move not only generated substantial returns for MicroStrategy, but also positioned the company as a pioneer in the adoption of cryptocurrency in the corporate world. Saylor's ability to spot trends and opportunities before the general public stems from his diverse background, intellectual curiosity, and willingness to embrace new ideas. He draws inspiration from science fiction writers, libertarian thinkers, and historical figures who have challenged conventional wisdom and pushed the boundaries of innovation. His visionary approach to business and investment reflects his belief in the transformative power of technology and its potential to shape the future of society. As MicroStrategy's success with Bitcoin continues to unfold, Saylor remains focused on driving innovation, advocating for sound money principles, and educating others about the benefits of cryptocurrency. His journey from desperation to opportunity to strategic vision exemplifies the power of bold decision-making and forward-thinking leadership in navigating uncertain times and seizing new opportunities for growth and prosperity. Saylor points out that the US dollar has lost significant value over the years due to inflation, with an average annual inflation rate of 7 to 10%. He explains that holding money in a bank account or investing in traditional assets like stocks may not actually increase wealth, but merely preserve capital. He highlights the importance of understanding the true inflation rate to make informed financial decisions and avoid losing purchasing power. The discussion then shifts to the history of currency collapses in various countries and empires. Saylor explains that throughout history, empires have risen, become corrupted, overspent, debased their currency, and eventually collapsed. He notes that the US dollar, as the world's reserve currency, has managed to maintain its value for the past century due to its strength and dominance. However, he warns that the continuous expansion of the currency supply by governments could lead to eventual devaluation. Saylor introduces Bitcoin as a revolutionary technology that has the potential to address the flaws of traditional currencies. He describes Bitcoin as the world's first engineered money, combining cryptography, networking, semiconductor technology, mathematics, economics, and engineering. Bitcoin offers a decentralized and trustless system that allows individuals to store value and transact without relying on banks, governments, or third parties. Saylor emphasizes that Bitcoin provides a solution for individuals who do not trust traditional financial institutions or governments. It offers a secure and transparent way to store wealth and conduct transactions, especially in regions experiencing hyperinflation or political instability. Bitcoin's protocol ensures scarcity, immutability, and decentralization, making it a valuable asset and a means of preserving economic energy. The discussion delves into the technical aspects of Bitcoin, such as its underlying technology, proof of work, and the decentralized nature of the network. Saylor emphasizes the importance of sound engineering, ethics, and economics in the design of Bitcoin, highlighting its fixed supply of 21 million coins and transparent economic policy. He contrasts Bitcoin with other cryptocurrencies, like Ethereum, pointing out the differences in their economic policies and governance structures. Saylor also addresses the potential challenges and criticisms of Bitcoin, such as the risk of being banned, copied, or hacked. He acknowledges that Bitcoin is not a panacea for all societal problems, but rather a solution to the issue of bad money. He argues that Bitcoin allows individuals to store their economic energy securely and efficiently without the need to gamble or speculate in traditional financial markets. He also addresses the resistance to new ideas, particularly among older individuals. Saylor explains that as people age, they become less inclined to embrace new technologies or concepts. However, he notes that the current economic climate, with the devaluation of the US dollar and the rise of Bitcoin, has forced many to reconsider their investment strategies. Saylor discusses the evolving regulatory environment for cryptocurrency. He predicts a shift towards a more crypto-friendly stance, with both the Republican and Democratic parties showing increasing support for digital assets. He anticipates the development of a clear regulatory framework that will allow for the growth of the crypto industry and the adoption of digital assets. Regarding the future of Bitcoin, Saylor envisions continued growth and adoption over the next 50 to 100 years. He believes that as more people recognize the value of Bitcoin as a store of value and a hedge against inflation, its popularity will only increase. Regulatory support from governments and institutions will also play a role in driving adoption and legitimizing Bitcoin as an asset class. He mentions the growing number of Bitcoin ETFs as a way to attract more capital into the cryptocurrency market and make it more accessible to investors. The hosts address concerns about leverage in the Bitcoin market and the possibility of a flash crash. Saylor explains that most of the leverage is in altcoins rather than Bitcoin itself. While there is some speculation in the market, he believes that the long-term holders of Bitcoin are not as leveraged and are more focused on using it as a store of value. He also discusses the role of miners in securing the Bitcoin network and how transaction fees will become a more significant source of revenue as the block rewards diminish over time. Saylor emphasizes the importance of focusing on one thing and having a laser-like focus to achieve success. He mentions that he learned this through experience and failure, where he realized the value of staying focused on the core business rather than branching out into multiple ventures. He highlights the challenges of acquiring, maintaining, and enjoying a business, drawing parallels to owning a boat and the hidden costs associated with it. The conversation delves into Saylor's sources of knowledge, which include a combination of podcasts, books, online resources, and real-time information from various platforms. He mentions specific podcasts like Lex Fridman's and Bitcoin-related podcasts as valuable sources of information. He also stresses the importance of staying informed about the regulatory environment, economic trends, and global dynamics to make informed decisions in the business world. Saylor discusses the concept of Bitcoin as an asset in a portfolio rather than a traditional currency. He highlighting how Bitcoin fits into the category of property or capital rather than a currency. He also touches on the potential impact of Bitcoin on traditional assets like gold and real estate, suggesting that Bitcoin could demonetize gold over time. Saylor delves into the concept of leveraging AI to enhance content creation and distribution. He suggests repurposing podcast content into shorter videos for platforms like TikTok and Instagram to reach a wider audience. Additionally, he stresses the importance of optimizing content for specific platforms to maximize engagement. He also touches on the need to stay informed about advancements in technology and how they can impact business strategies. The conversation shifts to Saylor's experience of losing $6 billion in one day. He reflects on the emotional toll of such a significant financial loss, particularly in terms of letting down shareholders, employees, and investors. Saylor emphasizes the importance of remaining focused on the long-term vision for his company and accepting the swings involved in volatile assets such as Bitcoin. He explains how embracing volatility can actually be beneficial for raising capital and leveraging financial instruments like convertible bonds. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the role of volatility in financial markets and how it can be harnessed to create value. The conversation delves into Saylor's personal journey, including his weight loss transformation. He attributes his success in shedding pounds to adopting a healthier lifestyle focused on nutrition, exercise, and overall well-being. He underscores the importance of making informed choices about diet and lifestyle habits, drawing inspiration from natural principles and evolutionary biology. Saylor also opens up about his insecurities, revealing that his biggest fear is letting people down. As his responsibilities have grown with more employees, shareholders, and Bitcoin enthusiasts looking up to him, he feels a heightened sense of accountability to deliver on their expectations. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining trust and integrity in all his interactions. Saylor shares a lesser-known aspect of his life, expressing a deep appreciation for nature and natural beauty. He believes that studying nature can offer valuable insights and wisdom that can inform decision-making in various aspects of life. He encourages others to connect with nature and draw inspiration from its timeless principles. The podcast concludes with Saylor's advice on Bitcoin and personal growth. He urges listeners to educate themselves about Bitcoin and financial literacy, emphasizing the importance of making informed decisions rather than following trends blindly. He recommends spending time studying Bitcoin, economics, and the history of money to develop a deeper understanding of financial principles.